The Cleveland Browns. I like what they did in the offseason. They addressed their needs through underrated signings, and I think they're ready to compete. So you got week one versus the Chiefs. I think the Browns will put up a fight, but they'll eventually lose to the defending champions. So I have the Chiefs winning this one. You got them versus Texans. Texans, I believe, are going to be one of the worst teams. So Browns are probably going to dominate. Versus the Bears. This is early on. Bears still have a decent defense. I still think the Browns are better. Versus the Vikings, this is another trap game. I like the Vikings offense, but they just aren't going to compete with the Browns. Versus the Chargers, I also like what the Chargers did during offseason, but like I said, they won't compete with the Browns, and the Browns will win. Versus the Cardinals, I like the Cardinals offense, but I have questions about their defense, and I do not believe they'll be able to stop the Browns. So I have them winning. Versus Broncos, they have a QB problem, and that's going to hold them back, and I have the Browns winning. Steelers, I believe they're going to split versus Steelers, and since this is the first game, and it's played in Cleveland, I have Cleveland winning. Week 9 versus the Bengals. Last year, 2020, those two games came down to the wire. So I have the Bengals stealing the game from the Browns. Week 10 versus the Patriots. The Patriots are improved, and New England is a tough place to play, especially their stadium. So I have the Patriots upsetting the Browns. Week 11 versus Lions. Lions have a bad roster. Browns are going to win. Week 12 versus the Ravens. I believe they will split. So, and this is played in Baltimore, so I have the Ravens winning. And week 14 also against the Baltimore Ravens. Like I said, I think they'll split. So I have the Browns winning. And then versus the Raiders, I'm not a believer in the Raiders defense. I like their offense though, and I still have the Browns winning. Versus the Packers. Green Bay's a hard place to play, and it'll be cold by them. Luckily, Browns are used to playing in the cold, and I believe the Browns will just be a better team. So I have them beating the Packers. Earlier I said I think the Browns will split versus the Steelers. And week 18, I think they'll split with the Bengals, so they will beat them. And then end of the season, they have a 12-5 record, 3-3 in the division, 9-0 at home, and 3-5 away.